Hey guys, it's Jason, and I'm really excited to show you this week's video. Becky is going to go through the tips that she thinks about while pruning.
This is a redbud. It's an upright tree, and the branches should grow upward and outward. If you look close, you'll see some branches growing inward and crisscrossing. We want to eliminate those so that they don't rub on one another, and we'll have a better structure for the plant. Redbuds have large heart-shaped leaves, and they're very heavy and susceptible to breakage during storms. So by keeping the tree more open and light, it'll be stronger and hold up better. It's best to start at the bottom and work your way up, and from the inside outward. You'll also save yourself a lot of additional cuts that way because we're going to take some of the bigger branches first. You can see how that started to open up the center. It lets the light in. That way you don't have as many branches die from lack of sunlight. Also, the tree guy will be the first one to tell you if the wind can't blow through it, at some point in time it's going to take it down. I don't ever like to see blunt cuts. Not only do they not look nice when you first make the cut, but what happens after that, depending on the plant, a lot of times you'll get a really strange looking Y shape with new growth, and it messes up the whole form of the tree. So I prefer to remove the branch completely back to its main trunk or stem instead of just cutting it off. If I said, well, this is sticking out too far, it's over the grill, and I cut it like that, that's not going to look real nice. It's much better to come in and cut it. A different type of hydrangea that's a little bit more forgiving that I can prune now, and I'll still have flowers this year. The last time this was pruned, the branches were reaching out to here. So it was also full of leaves and flowers. All we did was cut some of these lower ones back, but that doesn't look so good. So this go round, I would come in and cut these all the way back to the base of the plant. Most perennials grow new foliage and stems from the ground upward each season. They all need to be cut back at ground level before they start to grow. Conifers, some of your evergreens, the best thing to do is to plan for appropriate size at the time of plant placement. You can do a little bit of pruning on them, but not much, because you just make them ugly and they don't forgive you for it. They don't come back and look better again. This plant shape and size is pretty good. I don't necessarily need to prune the whole thing, but a couple of cuts that I'm not going to see. I call this getting rid of the worst offenders. The tallest or widest ones above everything else. Now in this case there's a bunch in one, so I'm going to go back behind where you're not going to see my cut. And as this grows, you won't even know that I did that. It's way better than taking a pair of hedge trimmers to the whole thing, making the whole thing look like it was cut and ugly until it pushes its new growth. So here we're controlling it for size without making it appear as though we did anything. When you see things in heavy bud, leave them alone for the most part. If you see a broken branch or something that just really needs to be removed, go ahead, but don't cause any undue stress to the plant when it's just getting ready to put on its show. Another reason to do repeat visits through the season.
So if you have any questions about pruning, please put it in the comments below. Please remember to like and subscribe. And until next time, keep building your outdoor dreams.